Mike Finn, Memorial League, Week 1, Power Ranking. Brought to you by JJ McCarthy for hymns. Who actually needs dick pills when JJ McCarthy is your quarterback? All right, gents. Week 1 is in the books. We're going to get into some power rankings and some predictions. Here's what the site thinks. I don't know if they're wrong. I do know this. There's some stinky teams and some pretty good teams, and we're going to talk about it. By the way, this is a jam from my guy Carolina Mike. Encourage you to check him out. It's kind of an earworm. All right, so there's the league analysis. The league power rankings tend to just go on points scored, and you know what? That's not a terrible metric. It's hard for me to totally argue against it. It's probably better than whatever nonsense from like fantasy gurus or whatever you guys share to try and boost your egos after the draft. But here we are. Here are the standings. It's been a week. Who gives a rip? Anyway, let's talk about the results. Mulvathrill outlasted Tommy's Terminators 63-54. Homies by just the tip over MVP Power, whose rookies couldn't quite fuel him to victory. Stern Rake dispatches Stuntcock 64-35 in one of the more lopsided matches of the week. Yesterday's Corn Fears Not versus Chasing Burrow. Nice name, not. 62-36. Tuckfest does his little dance all over Team Mangravy's face. 52-40. And finally, Senior Ass dismantles Juchi's Giant Jocks. 81-33. That's a King Salami. Who's got the Giant Jock now, Juchi? Good work, everybody. Fun first week of action in the National Football League. All right, let's get into what I think. All right, these are the basement dwellers, led by me, Bo Nix. Bo Nix. I drafted Bo Nix. I made Bo Nix my starting quarterback, not just in this league, 2 leagues. I made Bo Nix my starting quarterback, and I expect a win in fantasy football. Don't listen to anything I say. Number 11, Chasing Burrow. Your running backs are bad, so it doesn't matter that you have Trey McBride and Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I mean, you'll still win games because of those 3, but not having running backs will matter. Okay, number 10, Team Mangravy. Also, welcome to the Stinky Running Back Club. It's hard to win if you don't have running backs. I have good running backs. I have really good running backs, but I have Bo Nix as my quarterback, and so my team sucks. Number 9, Juchi's Giant Jocks. Took a massive L from Collins and Adams this week, but I do expect more. You have Bill Krosky Merritt. He is the way, the truth, and the light. Number 8, Tommy's Terminators. Again, the running backs. This is a problem. You have 4 guys who kind of scored, but week to week, it's going to be hard to figure out which guy to start, and I think you're going to have some up and down weeks as a result. Number 7, Homies. You won. I think you won. Yeah, you won with 2 guys putting up zeros in your lineup. You always have the goofiest roster, man, and that's because you trade all your picks away, so it ends up goofy. So Todd, I don't think your team sucks, but this week they kind of, even in a win, suck left hind tit. All right, so these guys, I don't quite believe they'll get you to church on Christmas and Easter. So number 6, MVP Power, you lost, but Egbuka, Warren, Tet McMillan, you finally You finally drafted a bunch of guys with upside. So who is this running this team? Did you let your kid draft? So I think that might be what happened. Someone else drafted for you. Surely. Anyway, number 5, Talk Fast. This is all about Christian McCaffrey. If he's healthy, yeah, it's a good team. I do think you're going to be doing the thing where you can't figure out who to start between Hurts and Murray every week. Although, I mean, obviously you're going to start Hurts, but Murray's going to outscore him weeks, and you're going to get frustrated, and then you're going to start Murray, and then Hurts is going to do this thing. I had that problem last year. Not with Hurts and Murray, but with Murray and some other jackalope. Anyway, number 4, Stern Rake. Herbert looked really good. This is a deep team. Hampton looks like a bell cow. I'm not quite sure why I don't totally believe, but I don't totally believe. Okay. Oh, good for you. Look at these teams. Oh, you have such good teams. We're so happy for you that you won and scored all those points. Yeah. So number 3, Mulvithrill. Life's easy when you got Josh Allen putting up 31 points. The rest of your team can suck. It doesn't matter. You won anyway. It's a pretty good team, but after Genty, if Caleb Johnson's not getting the rock at some point, your running back depth, meh. Number 2, yesterday's Crones. I'm changing your team name because I'm annoyed that you're good. Okay? So you're diseased now. I'm just kidding. I like your team. But having Lamar lets you get away with starting Jerry Jeudy. You started Jerry Jeudy and won. Shame on you. Number 1. I didn't even put his team name in here. It's Senior Ass. He scored in the 80s. Good for you. But can you do it with Baker at quarterback every week? I know Baker's pretty good in reality, but he's not as good in fantasy. And then your leading scorer was your defense. So it's always an iffy thing. But anyway, King Salami, good team, super deep, all that. Congratulations to all of you guys with your awesome teams. Everybody's so friggin' happy for you. Okay? Anyway, let's take a look at what we think is going to happen this week. Predictions. Yesterday's Crohn's disease takes his medication, has a clean shit, and beats Mulvithrill 69-61. Tuckfest. He keeps making homies put the lotion in the basket. It's 72-48, and it wasn't that close. Stern Rake. He's not intimidated when he sees this old man drying his balls at the gym. And those giant jocks, 66-50. Chasing Burrow, 67. Tommy's Terminators, 44. And Tom will probably have some running back on his bench that scored 3 touchdowns because that's the way it's going to look. MVP Power gets in the win column, doing away with Team Mangravy, 77-51. And finally, Senior Ass, despite missing 2 very good players in his lineup, most likely, ekes by the awful and pathetic Bo Nix-led Fighting Stunt Cox, 59-58. Okay, that's it. I think that's how it's going to go. And good luck to everybody this week except Rob. Rob, I hope your team sucks. Bye-bye.